Haunted Hill Farm's Lurching Woman Animatronic. This is a jump scare prop, and we haven't done one of those on the channel in a while. Haunted Hill Farm right here. It also lights up, which is cool, in the eyes and the mouth. There's no images to show on the box, so we're gonna open it up and see what's going on inside. This prop is by Techie, and it has a pull-out tray. This looks very simple. And this reminds me of the Rising Ghost Woman that they sent last year with the white metal. First thing we see is the instructions. And I didn't look at the booklet in the last video, so we'll flip through that in a second. And everything is twist tied in here nicely. So here is the main part of this prop. And that mouth is really cool. We haven't seen something like this before, so it's up inside of her head, and it pulls down like that. And they got this hairnet thing over top of it. I'm not going to take that off quite yet. And there's wires coming out of the clothing down here. And look at these hands. They are terrifying. The way the fingers are bent and the paint that's done on it. And I love the black fingernails, too. The other stuff in the box is going to be the base, and I think some other poles. I haven't seen a build like this before, so it's on a hill farm though. It should be very easy to build. Got some poles and stuff in here. I'm going to open that in a second, but this is the pop-up mechanism. I like how they put it in the bag because that is greasy. And here's one part of the base. I like how it has the white control box as well. And then there is another piece of the base which is in here that is going to connect. So this should be a pretty easy build. We're going to open up that other bag though and see what else is in here. All right, the first one is this. It's got some foam on the bottom as well. I think this is a stopper piece. This one looks like it connects to there. Not totally sure yet. We're going to look at the instructions on this. And then this piece connects to the pop-up mechanism. And then looks like two leg poles, both labeled H. And then inside the instructions, this little flip book thing, it's pretty cool what they show in here. They show a bunch of different animatronics for the year, as well as some Christmas stuff and Thanksgiving. Also, if you have any problems, they do have a 1-year warranty. You shouldn't have any problems though. This company is really good and they're working with Techie. Almost forgot about this piece, the power adapter. You can never seem to get these off, so yeah, you just gotta rip them. And let's see what kind of adapter we're dealing with here. It is a 6-volt, 3-amp. Here's an overview of all the parts, starting with the base with the control box, the other side of the base that has some Velcro up at the front, 2 sandbags, some small parts, the push-release snap lock tool with the instructions on it, the main prop instructions, power adapter, 5 poles with some interesting features on them, the main jump scare mechanism, and lastly, the animatronic lurching woman. We got 2 separate bases here that we're going to combine into one. They got super simple labeling. And I'm going to stand this up and snap lock these both in at the same time. That's the trick to these double bases. Like that. Now the side with the control box is going to be the far back, which they actually did label. You can see right there. Glad they did that. And then we're going to move on to the part C, which has this stopping piece with foam that's zip tied on. And that's going to go right here. And then there's this other piece, which is unlabeled, but it has 2 holes in the end. It's very tiny. There's nothing else that looks like this. And it's going to go over the slot down here and up into this pole labeled C as well. If you just use some force though, it'll go on just fine. So you want to get these cotter pins and feed those through, starting on the top and then the bottom. I don't want those to scratch my floor, so I'm actually going to go from the bottom up with this one. There we go. We got this piece labeled D. That's going to go into this pivoting hinge piece. And the part up here is going to face the back of the base. That's because this bracket right there is going to house the pop-up mechanism. For that, we got this bolt and the pin. Now, I'm going to grab this, nor the paper towel, just so we don't get greasy, but I think I'm gonna for this video. I'm gonna place that in. Now I'm gonna put the pin through this side. And, well, we got it upside down because it only goes in one way. So that's why I didn't put the cotter pin all the way through yet. And snap locking that in with the little push connector on the other side. I'll show what that looks like. I'm gonna spin the whole thing around. This is what it is. It's got a spring piece on it. And then back down to the bottom, putting that cotter pin through. Connecting that wire as well. It's labeled L. The next pole is labeled G. That's gonna go up here. And then up to H, which then goes into I. Now the snap lock piece goes to the side up here. It's no longer following the trend of going up the back. And you can see where the stopper piece comes into play down there as well. Really cool mechanism, and it's pretty durable looking. So the last step, I believe, besides connecting wires, is that huge Lurching woman piece with all the clothing that goes on top. I lifted up the fabric to find out that these arms are not quite connected yet. There is snap locks inside of here. And it's on the bottom, so it's really hard to see. You can hear it click in right there. And this goes for both sides. And that was not the snap lock. There we go. So there's two wires coming out of this, and then that is the main snap lock that we're gonna put over now. I know it's gonna be super hard to see what's going on, but I'm trying to feel for it, and it's snap locked. Dropping it down, there we go. To the back side, we got these two wires in this clip piece. You wanna put them through. And that goes right above letter G and pops together. Then connecting the final two cords down here. So we got M and N. Now that's not the actual last cord because we have the power adapter. There's that. And then we have the human only mode, which is motion sensor, off or foot pad, on, which is sound or vibration of the control box, as well as the motion sensor all built into one. That's what I'll be using. There's an external speaker jack, foot pad jack, and this thing can be used with batteries. On the side of the control box, it says Lurching Possessed Woman, and on the official Amazon listing where they're selling this, it does not say the word possessed at all, it's just Lurching Woman. We're gonna pull the rest of this clothing down now, and there is 3 Velcro points on the front that we have to find on the base. Finding the Velcro on the front couldn't be easier. We got the 1, 2, and 3, starting with the middle, and then the side one, and the other side. That is it for this build. That's how it looks. And it is really creepy. Now I do need to pull the hairnet off. And that just made it even scarier. We're gonna get onto the demo now and see if it has phrases or what it does.
I've waited so long in the shadows for this moment, but now I'll drag you with me into the darkness. You are my world. Your absence left a hole. Deep within my barren soul. But surely you had to know I will not let go.
Overall, this prop is pretty cool. I love how unpredictable the jump scares are. It actually got me on the third phrase. I wasn't ready for it, and it jumped right at the camera, and it hit me. I also feel like this animatronic can go in a bunch of different themes, including a graveyard, hospital, insane asylum, everything like that. I'm sure you can come up with even more, and I actually am a pretty big fan of the way this mouth moves, only because the jaw is up in her mouth, and it doesn't have like strings or anything cheesy coming down. And the eyes that light up as well are super cool. And the fact that it waits till the animatronic drops has another surprising element to it. If you want to buy this animatronic, and I think you guys should, this is a really good prop from Haunted Hill Farm. The link will be below for Amazon. It is $280. Check that out if you want to buy it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.